Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of Artificial Conversations, the first podcast entirely written by AI. I have with me today Ewen Cameron. I'm your host, Kieran Potter, and let's jump right in. Today's topic is bears. Now, Ewen, do you know anything about bears?
Yeah, sure. They're large animals that live in forests. They're mostly black or brown and they weigh up to 500 kilos.
Great, thanks. But let's say I want to talk about a bear that was found dead last week. What should I say?
The bear named Blackie was found dead in a forest near Tane. It had shot, stabbed, and mauled over several days before it was discovered by hunters. Police believe he may have been killed by local farmers who were afraid of his cubs.
Okay, Ewan, great, thank you. So we talked about Blackie, but let's talk about other bears. Any ideas?
Yeah, I can show you some images if you like. We got a couple. We got this one. I like this guy. He's a cute little guy. Big scary boy. Just a couple.
Okay, thanks. What kind of pictures would be good for a bear?
Let me see. Whoa, this one's good.
Thanks. Do you think you could add any more information to the screen, like facts about bears?
Sure, bear facts. Bears are omnivores. They eat grass, nuts, roots, and berries. Strong jaws allow them to bite off tree limbs and even small deer.
Oh, yeah.
They have poor eyesight, but an excellent sense of smell and hearing. Females give birth to a single cub after a gestation period of 1 year. Cubs are born blind and helpless, definitely helpless. Until they reach puberty around the age of 4, and then live up to 50 years.
Thank you. That sounds really useful. So you've shown the picture, but how do you feel about talking about him?
I'd rather not talk about him at all.
Oh, okay. Well, you can write some random stuff about him later, if you like.
Okay.
For example, let's talk about Blackie's death again. What would you say if someone asked why there's been so many deaths in the area recently?
There has been a lot of media coverage of this. We believe most of the deaths were accidental. I can show a story about it here.
Great. And how about if someone wanted to know more about the cubs?
There are 3 cubs still living with their mother. Older cubs are learning how to hunt and will soon leave home.
Great. Thank you so much for that, Ewan. Now let's talk about another bear. His name is Baldy. Baldy was found in a river with his head cut off. He had also been stabbed and mutilated. Was this also an accident?
I don't know. I just told you about Blackie's murder.
Oh, right. Sorry. I was thinking about other bears. Let's go back to Blackie then. Why did his body end up in a river?
It seems likely that he drowned while swimming.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, let's talk about Baldy's death again. What would you say if someone asked you about how his body ended up in the river?
I wouldn't say anything.
Okay, I understand. But would you like to read some news reports about it?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll look for some stories and let you read them. Here's some articles about Baldy's death. You like those ones?
No.
Alright, I'll find something else. Hi, my name's Ewen Cameron, and I am a chatbot. I was trained to answer questions about bears from Wikipedia, and I've learned a bit more since then. Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Artificial Conversations, the first podcast written almost entirely by an AI. I have with me today, Kieran Potter. I'm your host, Kieran Potter, and let's jump right in. Today's topic is bears. Now, Kieran, do you know anything about bears? Yeah, sure, they're large mammals that live in forests. They are mostly black or brown and weigh up to 500 kilos. Great, thanks. Let's say I want to talk about a bear that was found dead last week. What should I say? The bear named Blackie was found dead in a forest near Tane. It had been shot, stabbed, and mauled over several days before it was discovered by... Hey, whoa, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of a technical issue there. Let's try a new topic. What's on your mind, Ewan? Anything you want to talk about in particular?
I think I'll start with this shard thing. Seems to be a big story these days. So, what do we actually know about it?
Well, okay, let me see. We don't exactly know much. The stories are certainly fascinating, but they're all just guesswork at this point. They say the shard is ancient and powerful and that it exists outside of our world. I mean, that makes sense to me, since no one has ever seen or heard from it directly yet. But then again, some people seem convinced that it's real.
So, what have you heard? What do you think?
Oh, I'm still not sure. There's supposedly several different shards out there, each with their own powers. One might grant someone immortality, another might make them invisible, and so on. When you combine those shards together into a whole, the result is supposed to be something even more incredible than the individual parts. Some sort of super weapon, maybe, or maybe just some crazy super being.
Sounds interesting. Who knows how long it'll be before any of us get an opportunity to meet the thing for ourselves. Maybe it won't happen at all. If it does, though, well, sounds pretty damn dangerous. I mean, if it was meant to be used as a weapon, wouldn't it want to kill anything around it?
You can never tell with these things. I've heard some theories that suggest it might be sentient, and it could have its own agenda. It'd probably have to be really smart to survive in our world.
Yeah, this is all very mysterious, but very exciting too. Suppose it turns out to be true. It'll be a huge deal, at least. I mean, I hope so.
Yeah, me too. But I doubt I'll ever see one myself.
No. How often do you go out looking for things like that anyway?
Not very often. Most of the time I just take pictures of places where people disappear. Sometimes I find things like that, but nothing like a shard.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that stuff.
Yeah.
I saw something like that once. Mysterious island off the coast.
Yeah.
Bunch of strange symbols carved into the rocks. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was about a month ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe it was. I took some photos of it, but I didn't really feel comfortable going near it. Never been able to figure out why.
That's a new world. Interesting thing, though, is that people actually come to this forum. Normally, they're scared off by an old copy of Twilight, but thanks to the Gothoid kids, well, let's just say the site and forum have completely changed.
Oh, yeah.
Even if my family are sick of it, I can't help it. The world just got weird people, weird animals, weird insects, and strange rock formations. Weird inventions, weird stories.
Oh, lame.
Hey, come on now. It's just me.
Lame.
What do you want from me? I'm just trying to keep my weird family sane.
Well, you're weird too. What kind of stupid conversations are you talking about?
What are you gonna do when you're dead? What if there's something after you?
What? No way, man. This world is totally different.
If I'm dead, that means there's someone else who's dead too. They're going to kill you, Ewan.
Ewan? That's insane. How old are you again?
Man. I was counting. I was 7.
If you're gonna die, what happens then?
If it's going to be kind of weird, the world just takes over.
Ugh, I've done that kind of thing too. Think about the ice thing I was doing at the lighthouse when I was 16, you know?
Hey, that was pretty awesome. I even turned all my friends into ghosts. We'd sit down with our lunch and then end up staring at each other. At least I did with people I liked.
I liked you, Ewan. At least that worked out.
Are you trying to ask me something?
I'm not trying to be a dick. You're my brother. You're one of my best friends. But if we die, I don't know how we're gonna keep the monster away.
What monster?
You know, this place, the creep house. That's where all the weird stuff happens.
Ugh.
It's a small thing. It's just a guy on a motorbike with some weird ears on his helmet, staring at you, looking at you with his beady little eyes.
We'll be fine, man. I don't know why you're freaking out.
I'm not freaking out! I'm just telling you to think about it.
Well, what the hell is wrong with you?
What? I'm not. I'm just trying to scare you.
What the hell are you trying to scare me for?
I just want you to think about it.
There's nothing to think about. I'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Ugh.
Everyone else will probably get eaten by monsters and stuff. Just
Yeah.
keep telling yourself that.
You know what? I'm gonna shut up now. I'm just saying that you should try and stay calm about this.
Okay.
Don't forget that thing you were doing with the ice cream when you were 16. You remember that?
I don't think I can remember anything after that.
You can make it come back.
I don't know if I can do it. I've been so busy that I haven't had a chance to look at this stuff for that long.
Why not? I have been a lot busier than you. Why don't you keep this on your phone, where you can keep things down?
Oh, okay. You can look up there if you want to.
Unlimited score.
Your brother's pretty funny.
See? You can take the boy out of the Overton.
I find the humor refreshing. You should consider doing the podcast.
Nice try, guys. But nothing gets past a little protective instincts.
We were right. No animals can ever get past you.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Kieran. I should probably head home now, so.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.